Hello students, I am Megakshi Rana, your mathematics teacher on Study Room. Today we are going to study about the chapter 2 of class 8 mathematics, and the name of this chapter is linear equations in one variable. So this is a very interesting chapter and we are going to learn a lot of things about linear equations in one variable, their applications, and then we'll do a lot of examples as well. So let's go to the first slide. Let's just learn about the basic concepts first. So what is a constant? A constant is a value or a number that never changes in an expression and it's constantly same. So what is a constant? A constant is such a value or such a number that never changes. Be it any expression or anything, the constant will remain the same. It will remain constantly same. But what is a variable now? Variable is a letter representing some unknown value. So a variable is such a letter that represents some unknown value. Its value is not fixed, it can take any value. So what is a variable? A variable is such a letter that can take any value. Its value is never fixed. Now third concept is that of expression. What is an expression? What is an expression? So an expression is actually a combination of variables and constants combined by addition, subtraction, multiplication and division functions. So what do you mean by expression? An expression is the combination of constants and the variables which are combined by the mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So here we take an example like in this expression 4x plus 7, 4 and 7 are constants and x is a variable. So we have taken this expression 4x plus 7. This is an expression because it is actually a combination of variables and constants together with some mathematical operation. Here it is addition. So in this expression 4 and 7 are the constants because their value always remain the same and x can take any value, therefore x is a variable. Now, what is an algebraic equation? An algebraic equation is an equality involving variables. It has an equality sign. The expression on the left hand side or the left of the equality sign is the left hand side and the expression on the right of the equality sign is the right hand side. So take for an example this here it's written 2x minus 3 equals to 7. So we can call this equation, we can call it an algebraic equation. Why? Because this has an equality sign. So it is actually an expression with an equality sign. That is why it will be called an algebraic equation. And the values that are written on the left hand side of this equal to sign is known as the left hand side. And the expression that is written on this right side of this equal to sign is known as the right hand side. So right hand side is 7 whereas the left hand side of this algebraic expression is 2x minus 3 where x is our variable while 2, 3 and 7 are constants. Now what are linear equations? So a linear equation is an algebraic equation in which each term is either a constant or the product of a constant and a single variable where the highest power of the variable is 1. So if the highest power or what we can call degree, highest power means degree. So if the degree is 1 then such an algebraic equation is known as a linear equation. It has either a constant or the product of a constant and a single variable. Now see, if the linear equation has only a single variable, then it is called a linear equation one variable. So first of all, we studied that what is a linear equation, and if such a linear equation has only one variable, for example, like 2x minus 3 equal to 7, how many variables are there? Only one, that is x. It has only one variable, therefore it will be known as linear equation in one variable. While it has how many constants? 2, 3 and 7. So there are 3 constants and in this also we have only one variable. That is why it is also known as a linear equation in one variable. Let's hop on to our next slide. Now the topic is solutions of linear equations. First of all, what are the solutions of linear equations and how can we find the solutions of linear equations? So in an equation, the values of the expressions on the left hand side and right hand side are equal. This happens to be true only for certain values of the variable, and these values are known as the solutions of the equations. So we know that an equation is like x so just take for an example 2x minus 3 equal to 7. This is actually a linear equation in one variable, and these two sides, that is the left hand side and the right hand side, are going to be equal for some values of the variable, for only some certain values of the variable. And if we find these values of the variable that makes both the sides equal, then such values of the variables are known as the solutions of the equation. So this is what is known as the solutions of linear equations. So here we know that when x equals to 5, then 2x minus 3 will be equal to 7. So let's just check. Left hand side will be equal to 2 into 5 minus 3, that will be equal to 10 minus 3, and that is equal to 7, which is equal to right hand side. But just take for an example, if we take x as 10 and not 5, then the solution of 2x minus 3, is it going to be 7? No. Let's just check. The left hand side will be equal to 2 into 10, because here now x is 10. 2 into 10 minus 3, that is 2 into 10, 20 minus 3, that is not equal to 7, but that is equal to 17, and this is not equal to the right hand side. So we say that x is equal to 10 is not the solution of this equation, while x equals to 5 is the solution of this equation. Now to find the solution, how do we find the solution of linear equations? Let's learn. We assume that the two sides of the equation are balanced. We perform the same mathematical operation on both sides of the equation so that the balance is not disturbed. A few such steps give the solution. So how do we go about finding the solution of such linear equations? First of all, we just assume that both left hand side and the right hand side, both these sides are balanced. And then we do the same mathematical operations on both these sides in order to maintain the balance. And a few such steps are going to finally give us the solution. Now solving equations which have numbers on the other side. Let's see, there is an example. Find solution for this equation, that is 5x minus 8 equals to 2, where the linear expression is on the left hand side and the number on the right hand side. So how do we solve it? Our first step for solving such equations is going to be that move all the constant terms from left hand side to right hand side. What do? We just move all the constant terms to our right hand side and the variables to our left hand side. So our first step for solving this equation 5x minus 8 equals to 2 will be, we will move this minus 8 to this side, and then it will be plus 8 on this side. So it will be 5x 2 is equal to 2 plus 8. That is 5x equals to 7. Now what is the second step? In the second step, we are going to still maintain the balance by using the same mathematical operation on both sides. So we are going to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of variable. What do? We divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of the variable. So here in this example, it is 5. The coefficient is 5. So we are going to divide both these sides by 5. What do we get? We are going to get 2. So x equals to 2, which is the required solution. So these are the two steps for solving equations which have numbers on the other side. First of all, we keep all the constants on the right hand side and all the variables on the left hand side, and then we perform the same mathematical operations on both the sides in order to maintain the balance and finally get this required solution. Now it's written that a linear equation may have for its solution any rational number, okay? A linear equation can have any rational number as its solution. Now let's do some example on our own and then make this concept more clear. Here we have an example. We need to find the solution of 2x minus 3 equals to 7. What is the first step that we have to do here? You can just revise from the previous slide only that our first step will be to keep all the constants on the right hand side and the variables on the left hand side. Since we have only one variable, this is the term 2x will be kept on this left hand side, while this minus 3 will go to the right hand side and will become plus of 3. This will be 2x equals to 7 plus 3, that is 10. Now our second step, that was to divide both the sides, the left hand side as well as the right hand side, with the coefficient of the variable. What is it in this case? It is 2. So we are going to divide both left hand side and right hand side by 2. What will it be? 1 by 2 into 2 by x, and it will be 1 by 2 into 10. After solving this, we are going to get x equals to 5. X equals to 5. We can check also. How can we check it? By just putting 5 in place of x. It will be, that is 10 minus 3, and we are getting 7, which is equal to the right hand side. So we have checked that yes, x is the solution of this given example. Our example number 2 is that we need to solve this equation, and the equation given is 2y plus 9 equals to 4. Now we again have only one variable, but this time the variable is y. This does not matter that what the variable is, we are going to follow the same steps. Our step number 1 will be to keep the variable on this side and to keep the constants on the other side, that is the right hand side. Now plus 9 will go to the right hand side and will become minus of 9. After solving this, we can find that it will be minus 5. 2y equals to minus 5. The next step is going to be, what is the next step? This next step will be to divide both the sides by the coefficient of the variable. In this case it is 2. We will be dividing both the sides by 2. So it will be 1 by 2 into minus 5. Our answer is going to be y, that is minus 5 by 2. It is minus 5 by 2. And you can check it on your own, just like the previous example. If you will put y equals to minus 5 by 2 in this equation, that is 2 into minus 5 by 2 plus 9, you will get the answer as 4, and that is equal to the right hand side. So we can say that the solution of this equation is y equals to minus 5 by 2. Our next example is example number 3. We need to solve x by 3 plus 5 by 2 equals to minus 3 by 2. Again, we will repeat our first step, that is to keep all the constants on the right hand side. This will be minus 3 by 2 and it will become minus 5 by 2. Now in order to solve it, it will be, take the LCM, it will be 2 and it will be minus 3 by minus 5. That is x by 3 equals to minus 8 by 2. Now what is the coefficient here? The coefficient of x is nothing but 1 by 3. In this case, the coefficient of x is 1 by 3. So we need to divide both the equations by 1 by 3. That is, we need to divide it by 1 by 3. That will be, if this is divided by 1 by 3, that is, we can simply multiply by 3. So we can just simply multiply by 3. We can write 3 1 by 3 into x, and both the sides will be multiplied by 3 or divided by 1 by 3. Both means the same. 3 into minus 8 by 2. What will this be equal to? X equals to minus 8 3s are 24 by 2. We can just simplify it. It will be minus 12. It could have been like, you could have simplified it here also. It would have become minus 4 here. Okay, you can check it again by applying the same steps. You will, if you put, so the answer is, I'll write it here, x equals to minus 12 is our solution, is our solution for the, where is the example? Example 3 it was. So this is the solution for our example 3, and the solution is x equals to minus 12. So x equals to minus 12. If you put here x as minus 12 and you solve it, the left hand side, you will get the answer as minus 3 by 2. So that is why left hand side equals to right hand side, and we can say that the solution of this whole equation is going to be x equals to minus 12. Our next example is example number 4. We need to solve 15 by 4 minus 7x equals to 9. Again, we will keep the constants on the other side, right hand side, and the variables on this side. So it will be minus 7x, and this will become 9 minus 15 by 4, or we can write it as 7x equals to 15 by 4 minus 9. We can just simply multiply, change all these signs, like multiplying all these terms with minus. What will we be getting? We'll get 7x equals to 15 by 4 minus 9. Now we need to solve this. We'll take the example. It will be 15 minus 9 fours are 36. What will be it? It is going to be, when we minus 36 by 50, 36 minus 15, it will be 21. But with a minus sign. And now the second step, that was to divide both the equations by the coefficient of the variable. Here the coefficient of x is 7. We will be dividing by 7 both the sides. You can simplify now. 7 1 and 7 3 are 21. So our x is coming to be minus 3 by 4. So what is the solution of this equation? X equals to minus 3 by 4 is the solution of this equation. In order to check your answer, you can just put the value of x here. That is, you can put x as minus 3 by 4 in the left hand side, and if you check it, your answer is going to be 9. I'll just check it quickly. 15 by 4, the left hand side is going to be 15 by 4 minus 7 into minus 3 by 4. Minus minus will be plus, so it will be 15 by 4 plus 21 by 4. That is going to be 4 by, if you do it, it will be 36 by 4, and if you simplify it, you get 9. That is equal to the right hand side, and you have checked. So this was the solution of our example number 4, this algebraic equation. This was all about our first video. We studied about, first of all, we studied about these equations, and then we went on to learning more about the linear equations, their solutions, what is a solution, how do we find the solutions of the linear equations in one variable. And in the next video, we are going to learn more about such equations, that is the linear equations in one variable, and we will learn that what are the applications of such equations. So we will meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.